Good
Morning,
morning.
everyone. Thanks for joining us here. We've got Coach Dave Hakstol. We'll go ahead and use the hand raise function again for questions. Keep it clear. And if you're not asking a question, please mute your mic. We will go ahead and get started. Jen.
Hey, Coach, where do you go about stopping or starting to stop a Panthers team that has been so hot at home?
Well, this team transitions and attacks as well as anybody in the league. So, two things have to happen. One, we have to have good solid structure, and we have to be moving, in groups of five. And that's those two things are going to be very important. If you try to defend this team all night long, it's going to be a long night. So we've got to do a good job in being able to come up with the puck. Limit some of their ozone time, which as a group they're pretty efficient in creating a lot of ozone time for themselves. So we've got to be able to limit that by having the puck and being efficient with the puck together.
With Huberdeau, I'm sure that it's about knowing where he is on the ice, but what else can you do to make him a little bit less effective?
Well, time and space, he's an elite player in terms of playmaking. So he's a difficult guy to paint into a corner and to take time and space away from. But that's one of the things that we have to be able to do. We have to try to limit that time and space that he has with the puck. Like I said, he's an elite playmaker.
Marissa.
Hi. First, any lineup changes we can expect for tonight from last night?
Driegs will go in net, and we will have a couple line changes, but I won't speak to those yet this morning.
Any update on Giordano's situation, or is it still too early to tell on everything?
No update other than he's continuing in COVID protocol.
What's the biggest challenge on a back-to-back? I know some guys kind of like to get right back into it, especially after a loss, but just as far as energy levels early, what are the biggest challenges?
Yeah, really just clearing, number one, clearing your mind from the night before, whether it's a positive outcome or not a positive outcome. Clear your mind, and then everybody's got a different routine, but there's a routine in terms of getting up, getting your body going, making sure we feel good and are energized tonight as you get the puck drop. Obviously, most back-to-backs we don't spend very much time at the rink in the morning, so preparation is mostly it looks a little bit different on a back-to-back, but it's still all about just being fresh mentally and fresh physically as possible.
Jen.
Hayden Fleury looked like he was really active last night. What do you like about the way he played and the way he stepped up?
Well, his skating ability is, he's an elite skater in this league, and when he can do that with the puck, and get up ice, he's a very effective player, and that's part of our challenge tonight is getting up ice, getting through the neutral zone, and being able to spend some time in the offensive zone. Hayden also has to use that ability defensively. He skates and he defends by skating and using his stick. So that element for him is very important on both sides of the puck.
And Jordan Everly is playing in his 800th game tonight. How does all of that experience show up on the ice, or for this team specifically?
Well, Ebbs he's been a leader from day one for us. In some senses, he's a quiet leader, but he also is a guy that's knows the right thing that needs to be said at the right time, and most importantly, competitively, he's a pro. Playing in 800 games in this league is no small feat. So it tells you a little bit, not only about his ability, but it tells you an awful lot about his ability to prepare and be a consistent pro on a day-to-day basis.
Marissa.
As far as Drieger goes, what do you think it's been like for him just kind of having inconsistent time in that? Do you think it's a little more difficult for him to come off cold, or what kind of are you looking for him from him for tonight?
Well, that's his job. So, he has to be ready and prepared. He prepare well through practice. He's come through some injuries, which has created a challenge for him. But as I said, that's his job, is to go in tonight in a situation like this and play very well for his teammates.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you. Have a good morning.
You too.